Alright, I wanted to do an inventory, like, overview tutorial thing. So I'm in the hangar on New Babbage, on Microtech, and I'm in my ship. So if you press I, you pop into your inventory, you get an overview of your character, you can spin around, you can highlight over certain things to see what they are. It'll give you descriptions, including everything attached to the exterior of your vest, as well as, but anything that's underneath your outside stuff, you can't get to unless you pull this off. Um, in your right hand view, you're always going to default to local. On the left hand view, you're always going to default to personal. And in both of these, you see a tab for vehicles. This vehicles tab is the same. So if I click on vehicles on the left hand side, the local view vehicles tab will go away, and vice versa. It works the same in both directions. Basically, the local is your storage at New Babbage. So this is everything that you have. So if I go through here, I can show you all my inventory, all the things I have that's stored at New Babbage. So anytime you're in New Babbage, this stuff will be available. And then your personal is what's stored inside of the armor. So like imagine that the armor has pockets that you can't see into. So that's what's stored inside of these pockets. If you have a backpack, you're going to have a tab for personal, and then underneath it, or on the bottom side, it'll be the personal, like armor or armor components tab, and then the top side, it'll be a backpack tab, and the backpack's going to have more storage. So I've got 4 things in here, and I'm at 82% volume. I don't really know what the USCU stands for, but that's your storage capacity. So with just 4 items, 4 small items, that's just like a handheld gun. I'm at 82% storage. And then your storage in your local area is enormous. You can store all kinds of stuff here. You can have like sets of armor and all kinds of fun things. And then your vehicle storage is pretty decent in size. So I'm not going to go through the exercise of dragging everything over, but like this gun's pretty big. And if I drag it over, it barely takes up any space at all, for example. And then the quirky bit is when you're not in the vehicle, you can't access the vehicle tab. So personal, local, so no more vehicle tab. If you leave your backpack somewhere, you can't access the backpack tab. If you're not in New Babbage, you can't access New Babbage. So if you're somewhere else on Microtech and you're at a different settlement, that settlement will have its own local storage that's independent to that settlement. It won't be New Babbage storage. So I'll show that the next time I stop somewhere. And then some locations don't have local storage at all. And in that case, you have to manually drag everything over to your backpack. If you can't fit it in your backpack, you have to carry each item out individually to your ship. So that can really hinder your looting process. What I found is nice is going to do like the delivery missions, and you get a small amount of money for those, but you can quadruple your earnings by looting while you're there and using the local storage at each delivery location to take things out of crates, put it in local storage, and then take it from local storage and move it to your ship once you're in your ship. So that's kind of a cool little looting mechanic. But the combat missions, I'm pretty sure, don't have local storage, so you have to drag everything out manually, which takes a lot longer if you want to invest that time. But yep, that's local storage. Like I said, I will show what it looks like at another station. Alright, so after looting everything, I got a couple of armor pieces, a couple of guns laying about, and I took the armor from one of my dead allies because I thought it looked neat. I like the weight. I also have this cool looking gun on the back. So now we're going to find out if I can land the ship in front of this building and not get shot at. Oh yeah, that'll do. What am I on? That might not do. Let's try again. There we go. And then if your armor has stuff in it, the things that are inside of it will pop out of it when you drag it into your inventory. Yay. Alright. Yay, my multi-tool's back. Alright, security mission number 4. Or 5. I've lost count. I got a better loadout. I got a big backpack. No better time than the present to do a real quick loadout overview. So we got a shotgun, barrel shotgun, or a drum magazine, 12 cap shotgun. I'm assuming it's semi-automatic. We have an SMG with a reflex sight on it, and we've got the electric lightning bolt pistol thing that I think is pretty cool. And I actually have a medical attachment in my multi-tool for once. Full armor vest, and the backpack has just a massive amount of space. And my armor looks pretty dope, if I don't say so myself. So let's make sure I actually have magazines. I do. I don't know how to pull the... Oh, there it is. Okay, so 2 just cycles between your 2 backpack weapons. Interesting. 1 hostile left. I'm not going to get to be the one to kill him because I can't figure out how to get back upstairs. Great. There we go. Perfect. Nothing like finishing an objective without doing anything. Alright, well. Okay. So, last time I didn't have a way to loot anything. This time I can loot. It turns out you can't sell weapons. At least I couldn't sell it to the station that I was at. Those are kind of pointless. But magazines like these are always helpful because you have to buy them if you don't have them. I'm not going to grab any armor just because it takes up a lot of space. There we go. Nice telescopic scope, compensator, more ammunition. See, look how much space I've used in my backpack. Barely any. Oh look, there's a crate. Now this last time I had the crate had a ton of good guns in it. So I probably will take this ammunition. Pistols are always easy to grab. Nothing special about the stats on this flight suit, so it's probably the same typical selling price. But this Linux Arms Imperial look pretty cool. Can't quite fit them. It's kind of like Skyrim. You just kind of go around and see what all you can touch. And then you can touch it. Touch it. Good lord, there's a lot of dead dudes. Intelligence. I don't know. Out of my way, you crazy people. So there's a way to destroy your ship intentionally and then grab the loot box that spawns when your ship gets destroyed and then take that loot box and drag it into this area. I mean, how did I miss this like 14 different times? Whatever. And yeah, but you drag that loot box into this area and then you can bring it up and you can fill that up with guns and stuff. But hopefully they'll let us, like, buy a loot box like that in the future so we can do that sort of thing. So the sun was setting. That is weird. Looks like somebody already farmed. Was that there when I walked in? I don't remember seeing that. Looks like somebody already farmed this area for armor. Did exactly what I was talking about. It's like almost like a sacrifice. Look at the diversity though. Alright. Let's go. I'm trying to figure out whatever psychopath did that. Confront them. My water bottle from earlier is still there. And then let's drop all this into the vehicle. Just ammo. Nice to have. Means I don't have to go out and find it when I need it. When I inevitably die to something stupid and have to do a reload out with the weapons I have saved, I don't have to go and buy ammo for that specific gun. Because I haven't used it in a while. So I'm hoping that they'll do like a Minecraft style thing where you can like control and click this and it'll automatically jump over to the right hand side. Make life a lot nicer. Alright. Security mission number 5. I do a low fly on approach, and I'm going to try and take out that sentry gun. Just for funsies. Look at these pretty mountains, though. Cool if you can climb them. Stop shooting at me. Nope, still trying to shoot at me. Alright, it's gonna take me out. We're just gonna fly away. It's definitely smoking though. So that's cool. Oh, he got me. Or I got myself. I'm not sure which. Well, we're going to go try and recover my gear in that box, because I'm pretty sure it will spawn on that spot. I love this train ride. Look at the visuals here. CIG has just done like an amazing job at the world design in this game. What happens when you have something that's handcrafted versus procedurally generated? It looks like dying didn't fail the mission, so the mission's still running. So that's kind of cool. So I'm playing back what happened in my mind. So I'm not totally certain on this, but I tried to fire a missile at the turret, and I'm pretty sure I was just too close to the turret. I was too close to that building, so when the missile came out, it probably came out and went down before the rockets kicked in. And when it went down and the rockets kicked in, the rocket blew up too close to my ship, which already didn't have shields, and therefore I died. So that's what I think happened, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yay, black elevator. So walking into a black elevator is kind of creepy, but it just populates as soon as you come in. We get to see New Babbage in daylight. That's cool. Well, it's just the stuff that was in my ship. It's not the stuff that was on me. Oh, so dumb. Grab this. So there's another interesting nuance of the inventory system that I just figured out. So I have a container. This is my container from my old ship, right? I picked it up from the ground and brought it into the ship and then dragged it over into my vehicle inventory. So it's just one giant container, which is great. I can grab it and I can pull it out here, and now I have it as a thing. I could put it on the ground. This inventory container is quite large. I can just place it down here like that. It's got all kinds of fun goodies in there. So grab, open up inventory, and then drag it over to vehicle inventory, which seems like a terrible idea because it's got a bunch of stuff inside of there, and now I can't seem to access it. If I right click it and I go to open, now I can see all the contents of the the container, and I could drag these contents over into my vehicle storage. No problemo, which is pretty sweet because, I'll show you in a second. A, it means that stuff that's in your vehicle is still sacred. B, now I have a container in my vehicle storage that I'm always going to have, as long as I don't, shoot a missile and blow my own ship up again. I can use this container to, hang on. I can take this container back out to the area and fill it with armor, I think, and then I could bring it all back to my ship and make off with a ton of armor. So I'm going to go try that. Alright, so here we go. If you want to loot a ground container while you're carrying your new container, you basically stand over it, click loot, and then there's the external storage container that I'm carrying, and there's the ground container, and you drag the items over. I feel like before the 317 was released to the public, I feel like that wasn't how this worked. But now I can just grab whatever the heck I want. Okay, so this is too big for the container. Interesting. This container isn't that big, is what I just learned. Did you seriously push me all the way? Well, I could go around and grab a bunch of small things, I guess. Maybe not quite armor. 22% with one helmet. And the helmets are worth a pretty good amount of money, so maybe worthwhile just to do that. Grab a bunch of helmets. Get their ammo as well. Take it to my ship, drop it off, and then come back and do it again. This doesn't even feel cheesy to me because I feel like in real life, if you came through and came upon like 100 dead bodies in real life, you could drag a container down there, fill it up with stuff, and then bring it back to your ship and load your ship compartments up with it, right? Seems feasible to me. So I'm at 96% full. Let's see what else I can fit. And I can grab this gun. Didn't show up. No worries. Not enough space for that. No worries on that either. Let's go and try and take this back to my ship. Well, I moved my handy-dandy ship to be closer to the entrance of the bunker, and the container that I was so excited about decided to just disappear on me. So I'm not sure. I had it placed like right here, in this area here. Pretty sure. And it seems to have just vanished. So maybe it fell to the floor. I don't know. Regardless, we still ended up with something quite exciting that I'm super pumped about. We ended up with a legit freaking railgun. Heck yeah. Alright. I think I've screwed up all I can screw up in this simple mission. Logging off. And logging back on. When I was taking off, I noticed that my container was showing up on my HUD. And it somehow moved from out here to in here. And like, I would never have seen that in a million years. I don't know about you guys. But with my headlamp on, I could see it. So we're gonna grab that sucker, bring it back to my ship, and claim my reward, my earnings, and we're gonna get out of here. I am tempted to go back in there and grab more helmets, but I'm not going to. I got things to do tomorrow. But now I have that box, which means I could do that in the future. Yay! New Babbage, here we come.